Hey, good evening, Baker. This is Jameer. And I hope you had a great Easter. I hope you had a great weekend. Resurrection Sunday was a great day, and I'm just excited for another week, another time in this place. But I'm real excited today because I have the pleasure of having on the show with us the Mayor President of East Baton Rouge Parish, the Honorable Sharon Weston Broome. That's right, Sharon Weston Broome is in Baker, and I'm really, really excited. I just want to thank you for being here.
Glad
and
to
welcome
be here.
to the show.
Thank you, Mayor Waits. It's so good to be with you.
It is, and we've been spending a whole lot of time together,
Yes.
doing a lot of great things.
Yeah.
And I know that the viewers, they want me to ask the right questions, so I'm going to make sure that I do.
Okay.
But what I want to know, if you can share with your audience, what is your vision for the parish? And you talked about this in your State of the Union, the State of the City for Baton Rouge. What is it that you're trying to accomplish in the next 24 months?
Well, I appreciate you having me on, first of all, and giving me the opportunity to share. My vision is one of an inclusive Baton Rouge and an inclusive East Baton Rouge Parish. That means that everyone becomes a part of the fabric of our community. No matter if you live as far as Zachary, Baker, or as far south as Shenandoah and elsewhere,
Right.
you are all, or if you live in Mid-City or North Baton Rouge,
Right.
everyone should have a place and play a role in the fabric of the community of Baton Rouge and East Baton Rouge Parish. And the goal is that everyone has an opportunity to thrive. And so my vision that I have constantly communicated is that we're building a community of peace, prosperity, and progress for everyone in this city and parish.
It is, and I know you've had the, how long has it been now? It's almost 2 years.
Well, not quite 2 years
Not quite
yet.
2
We
years.
started January 2017,
2017.
January 1st, and so here we are in May, almost
In May,
April,
right.
April of 2018. So we still have some. The clock is still running on 2018, and we
2018.
do have some initiatives that we're working on. Always glad to collaborate
Right.
with the mayors who represent the other areas,
Right.
especially you and the other mayors. We've had an opportunity to collaborate,
Right.
to talk, and to see the common ground where we can help build our parish.
Right. The challenges. I know there has been a few challenges. How do you deal with that from day to day? Just coming
Yeah.
in and being the first African American female and just being the first female. How do you deal with the challenges of what you've been through?
Well, I will have to tell you, Mayor, and I know it's not a surprise to you, but my foundation of my life is my faith in God.
That's right.
And so it is my faith that gives me the strength to do this job, and also the vision that I have for our city and for our parish. All of this is generated from my faith. But there is no leader that has never had any challenges. If you just revisit history, leaders have had challenges, but even with the challenges, they have emerged to do great things in their sphere of influence. So leadership does not mean that leadership does not mean that there will be an absence of challenges. Challenges will exist,
Right.
but how do we face the challenges, and how do we move on, and how do we keep a vision in front of the people that we serve? My dear friend, the late Ronnie Edwards,
Right.
used to always make this statement. She would say that public service is not for the faint of heart.
Right.
The truth is, as you well know, there may be some people who like one initiative that we're doing, and then there may be some people who don't like that initiative. But I believe the key is that we have to have a heart for service and a heart for the people that we serve.
And I think you're doing a great job. You've handled a lot of things gracefully, and I understand your faith, and it adds on to what's going on with the leadership of the parish and the leadership of the state, because we all have that faith in God and we're not afraid to say that.
Yeah.
And that is changing what's going on in the state of Louisiana. I want to talk a little bit about the zoo, the impact. I mean, you made a decision in the late hours to bring all us together and come and be a stand together as a front with the zoo. What led you that way? What was your goals on bringing us together to get that done?
Well, what many people don't realize, the discussion and the advocacy, Mayor, around the zoo was more than just about the animals there at the zoo. Certainly we were concerned with the zoo in terms of the animals and perhaps the fact that the zoo could be elevated and enhanced. But the big picture is we have to look at our disinvested communities and look at the assets that are there and build on those assets. And not only build on those assets, Mayor, but we have to add more to those disinvested communities. And so, as you and I well know, there have been a number of conversations, I get it a lot, in terms of the disinvestment of the North Baton Rouge community. There's disinvestment in other pockets of our community as well, in South Baton Rouge and other areas. But the zoo represents a major investment in the North Baton Rouge area, which touches, contrary to popular belief, it doesn't just touch the city of Baton Rouge, but it impacts the city of Baker, the city of Zachary, and the city of Central as well. And so I was very delighted that all of the mayors who represent those areas felt the same way in terms of the investment that would be taken away if the zoo were removed from our community. I believe, and I know you believe as well, that there's opportunity for growth with the zoo, enhancement with the zoo, and many of the reasons that were given in terms of why the zoo should be moved were really not justifiable. I believe in data, and we had some wonderful people who provided data in terms of the possibilities of the zoo in its present location. You heard the term a lot, Mayor. You heard it a lot when they said it should be a destination. Well, as I heard someone say, when you go to a destination spot, you go there because you want to specifically see that area. So it doesn't have to be in a particular area for people to go. It's a destination. And the truth of the matter is that there are great people who live in this corridor, who love this community, who love our parish, and want to also see the parish thrive.
Well, I thought it was a good thing. I've heard just over the weekend where people, a lot of people, you know, they talked about the zoo, but they talked about how we came together. And I think that was the first time that it's ever been done like that before. But that's leadership, and I always talk about leadership, and you showed that leadership. And in the way that we presented it, it wasn't forceful. It was very, very professional, and we made a noise. Now, we made a noise without a doubt, but it's very professional. So I just want to thank you for that and thank everybody that was involved in that. Especially the Councilwoman Shauna Banks Daniels, who led us to that point, and then we finished it off. So Baker, look, we're going to be right back. I'm going to be right back with the Mayor President. I need to pay a few bills. Stay tuned.